Let's make some delicious buttery soft bread pretzels. These are actually much easier to make than you think. This is a super easy recipe, so here we go. We're going to start off with 4 cups of bread flour and a packet of instant fast active yeast. We're going to pour that into our bowl. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. We're also adding 1.5 teaspoons of salt. From there, we're going to whisk everything together and make sure those dry ingredients are well incorporated. Once those ingredients are well incorporated, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil or corn oil. You're also going to add 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And finally, we are adding 1.5 cups of warm water. Your water must be warm. We'll be using our dough hook attachment to mix the ingredients together. Let that mix on your medium setting, a 3 or a 4, and then you're going to speed it up, take it up to a 5 or 6. You want to mix for about 5 minutes, and you'll know your dough is ready when there's no flour on the side of your stainless steel bowl and your dough feels nice and not completely smooth, but it's not sticky. As you will see in the video, there's no flour stuck to the side of the bowl. Next, we're going to use the same bowl because we are not washing too many dishes. Put some oil and grease the bowl up all the way through from top to bottom. We're going to put our dough in there, cover it with some plastic wrap, and let it sit for about 1.5 hours. We want that dough to double its size. And while our dough is resting to double its size, we're going to prep our baking soda bath and our egg wash. So the baking soda bath is very easy. You're going to take a dish, a baking dish, and put baking soda in it. About 1/4 cup of baking soda. You want the water to be, foggy. That's what we're going for, foggy water. And we're going to bathe our dough, not our donuts, our pretzels once we've shaped and formed them. And also make sure your baking pan is ready and covered with parchment paper, and prepare your egg wash, which you'll only need 1 egg. You just want to beat that 1 egg, put it to the side and have it ready. You also want to melt some butter, about half a stick of butter. Just have it ready and prepared to go. Our dough is ready. It's doubled its size. You're going to need a pizza cutter. You don't need to flour, your surface. We're going to cut a small piece off the side, as you can see in the video. And we're just going to roll it out into a thin strip, about 8 to 9 inches long, depending on how, big, thick, or small you want your pretzels. So you're going to roll that out and keep rolling it out till you get the length that you want. And then we're going to double cross our dough like so, and then just shape it into a pretzel shape the best way that you know how. It does not have to be perfect. Again, this is a from scratch at home recipe. And then we're going to continue the same process. Cut out a strip of the dough, just roll it with both of your hands, about, again, 8 to 9 inches in length, or longer or shorter, again, depending on your preference of how big or small you want your pretzels. We're going to double twist the strips and shape it into a pretzel. And you're going to repeat this process till you use up all of your dough. And notice when I took the dough out of the pan, I did not punch it. That was deliberate because I want my, soft baked pretzels to be more on the fluffier side. So you do not punch that dough when you take it out of the pan. Again, just repeat the process until all of the dough is used up. Now, this recipe does call for bread flour. You can use regular all-purpose flour. Your soft bread pretzels will come out fine, but they do come out much better if you use bread flour. I know bread flour is something that not everyone may have in their cabinet. I am a baker, so I do have bread flour. But yes, you can absolutely use all-purpose flour. But just remember, you'll get a better consistency with using bread flour. All right, we're continuing to repeat the process. All right, we're finally at our last dough strip, our last pretzel. Roll it out into a thin strip. Do a little twirl. And then we are going to give it 2 twists. Shape it as best as we can into a pretzel. All right, so this is what our soft bread pretzels look like on the baking sheet. And remember that baking soda bath that we prepared earlier, because we want to stay ready. We're just going to quickly give it a 2-second drop in that bath, shake the excess water off, and place those pretzels back on our baking sheet. And remember, if your water, it's important that the water is warm. If it's not, if it cool down, just pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. We don't want hot water, we want warm water. And this is what our pretzels look like once they've been through the baking soda bath. Now we're taking our egg wash. We're brushing each pretzel with the egg wash. Make sure to get all the corners, because the egg wash, when you're baking these pretzels, this is what's going to give it that crispy golden brown color. So you want to make sure you coat everything nice and evenly. So next we want to go ahead and add our coarse salt. You can add as much or as little as you want. It's really up to you and your taste buds. And then we're going to pop these in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 450 degrees. Please make sure you preheat your oven. And while they're in the oven, we're going to go ahead and melt our butter. And this is what they look like after they come out of the oven. And we're going to saturate these beauties with lots and lots of butter so they can get nice and buttery and juicy and flavorful. Time to eat these delicious treats. They smell so good and taste amazing. 10 out of 10. Clock it. Please try this recipe. Like, comment, and share. Let me know if you have any questions. And I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.